The following is a CSPN Media podcast presentation.
Hello, and welcome to Cast a Strong Style. I'm your host, Don Delarente, and I'm joined by my co-host, none other than Anwar Starwin. What's going on, Anwar?
What's up, everybody? Glad to be back. I'm off the sick bed.
Glad that you could join me once again, Cast of Strong Style Anwar, as we're here on the CSPN. You can find us on the web at cspn.us. You can also download and subscribe Cast of Strong Style through iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, YouTube, and Spotify. So, Anwar, we got to catch up on a little bit of King of Pro Wrestling. Before we get into the power struggle, we'll just talk about some of the bigger matches that took place at King of Pro Wrestling. So we're going to start with the one that you and I were very interested to see. Battle Liger versus Minoru Suzuki. Minoru Suzuki got the win with the Gotch Pile Driver. But what did you think about the overall match and how they laid it out and what came out of the post-match that I'll talk about after you give your opinion?
I thought it was a really good match, and it was like it was callbacks to like the fight, the shoot fight they had back in the day, and they had that like grappling style, and it was a cool ass match, and for people like over 50 to be able to do what they did, to work at that level, and man, goddamn, look how great they look at their age. And it was just a really dope fucking match, and the ending, I like that it wasn't no happy ass ending, that Suzuki won and Liger lost. But even in that situation, I like the fact that Suzuki took the time to break from his normal like anarchist, just fuck people up stuff, to like bow and appreciate the opportunity that he got versus Liger in that match. It was a great moment. That bow was amazing and one of my favorite moments of that show.
Right. What he's alluding to is after the match, the Young Lions come in and Suzuki does his usual thing and he beats them all down. Then he starts standing over Jushin Thunder Liger. Then he kneels and then he bows to Jushin Thunder Liger. And so then he rolls out of the ring. Liger gets up and then he bows to Suzuki out on the floor. And they had a really genuine moment right there. Will Ospreay continues his fantastic year as he defeated El Phantasmo to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Just Will Ospreay continuing to be, I think, the best wrestler in 2019. El Phantasmo doing his tricks and his stuff and his gimmicks, and they have really good chemistry, which you should expect, and they put on a really good match.
I enjoyed it, but it kind of also annoyed me in a way. It's kind of like Phantasmo doing all these old Bullet Club leader moves, but don't have no real connection to them outside of being a Bullet Club member. So, and if you've been kind of keeping track of certain things recently, I don't think Kenny really appreciated that. So, yeah, Kenny had a little fun on Halloween. And if you want to know what we're talking about, just maybe ask one of us on Twitter and we'll show you what the hell he did. Because, yeah, he was out there throwing shade like shit, using like video game stuff, and had my man, y'all gotta go look that up.
We had a typhoon approaching the island of Japan during the King of Pro Wrestling event. So Jon Moxley could not make it to the show, so he had to forfeit the United States title. So in his place, Lance Archer faced Juice Robinson for the vacant United States title. Lance Archer gets the win as he hits the Everybody Dies claw, gets the pin. After the match, He's beaten and battered Juice Robinson when David Finlay returns and he saved Juice Robinson. He hits a stunner on Lance Archer to stand tall, and Juice and Finlay share a big hug in the middle of the ring after the match.
Somebody made a joke. I don't know who it was, but whoever did it, you rule, because that shit was hilarious about the fact that Juice was crying when he saw Finlay because he was happy that he wouldn't have to tag team with Michael Nichols no more. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking wrong, but you're right. But yeah, it was great to see David Finlay come back after so long and be heated up and put some hands on Lance. And it was a great moment for Lance to be in that situation, in that spot, because he was supposed to be in a completely different match, but since the Typhoon created issues with people being able to get to the event, Zach wasn't able to appear at the event, and Moxie wasn't able to appear at the event, so they had to reshuffle the card at the last minute because of it. But they still managed to pull off a pretty good match, all considered, and I mean, it was really cool. I kind of hate the fact that Juice is always the dude that elevate other people, but because he really needs to get away from that. He has much more to offer. But him and Finlay as a tag team, it would be cool to see him in the mix to potentially be win tag league or get a shot at the Dome versus God. It would give something fresher to that division because that division needs something more. Because we can only stand, no matter how much I love Evil Sonata, we can only stand so much of the same thing where creative really ain't got nothing for Evil Sonatas as singles. So you just throw them into World Tag League, they win World Tag League and win the titles at Wrestle Kingdom and lose it the next month and then go back to being split apart. We kind of need to get away from that. So Finn Juice, I'm here for it.
Kota Ibushi faced off with aforementioned Evil for Kota Ibushi's right to the main event at next year's Wrestle Kingdom. After two Kamigoyes, Kota Ibushi gets the win. This was a really good match. Kota Ibushi and Evil have really good chemistry. I don't think anybody really thought that Evil was going to win, but they did a good job of giving Evil some good near falls and giving you a couple of minutes there where it did put you in suspense, but Kota Ibushi prevails at the end.
I enjoyed the match, and like you said, I had no thought that Ibushi was going to lose the match, but I still dug it, and I definitely like the fact that that Ibushi did the V trigger and then finished him off with the Kamigoye, but the announcers wouldn't call it the V trigger, and I was like, God damn, the pettiness is still strong. Y'all ain't even calling the move what it is.
Then our main event for King of Pro Wrestling, Okada defended the IWGP Heavyweight title against Sanada. Of course, we get a Michinoku driver by Okada. He follows that up with the Rainmaker, and Okada defeats Sanada again to retain the heavyweight title. After the match, Okada gives Sanada an attaboy thumbs up. Sanada's very emotional. They shake hands. Okada says he wants to do it again sometime. He talks about the Tokyo Dome main event against Ibushi. That's when Ibushi comes out. Ibushi congratulates Okada, and he says that he wants to be a double champion, meaning he wants the IC and the heavyweight belts. He says it's no fun with you at the top all the time, so he's formally making the challenge. Okada says Ibushi is crazy and won him both titles, and he won't be able to beat him that easily. He says, you can come at me first at the Tokyo Dome. Ibushi says, let's do this. Okada says he will retain his championship. Thanks to fans for attending. He says there are a lot of people suffering with the typhoon, and they were here to give the fans the energy to carry on.
Yeah, man, that was a great post-match from by Okada, and I kind of like the fact that he was like, double champion, I'm not really here for that. I'm just here to be the champion.
Right.
So I like how he separated himself from everybody. It's like, oh, y'all motherfuckers want to be double champion. I just want to be the main champion. Oh, y'all doing too much with this. And what made like Sonata's emotional outpouring even more powerful is because sometimes even us included be like, man, show some fire, fucking Sonata. Show some emotion. God damn, show that it means something that you really wanted. And he definitely really wanted it, and it mattered to him. And like sometimes you cry before you can smile. So I mean, that moment was very very powerful. And part of the reason Okada could be like, okay, man, this how it will be all right, because he was in the exact same position with like Tanahashi. Tanahashi had his number. He could, no matter how hard he seemed like he could put him in the back burner, and it was a Tokyo Dome, like a Wrestle Kingdom, where like he was so sure he was going to go to Wrestle Kingdom and beat Tanahashi, and everybody else was, and then Tanahashi beat him, and then he went on a downward spiral for like a year, but then he recovered, and then he became champion and got Tanahashi back. But I guess that's the long term story with Sonata, that eventually he'll overcome Okada, but right now he has more work to do.
Yeah, it was an overall very good show. I really enjoyed everything about the King of Pro Wrestling event. Even the undercard was really strong. So thumbs up to New Japan for that. Then that transitions us right into the Super Tag League, where we had the teams of Tiger Mask and Uemura, Taguchi and Rocky Romero, Will Ospreay and Robbie Eagles, Sho and Yo, Volador Jr. and Teton, TJP and Clark Connors, Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo, and El Desperado and Kanemaru were the 8 teams in this year's Super Junior Tag League. We won't really necessarily go through a lot of the stuff, but I will let you know that Robbie Eagles and Will Ospreay versus El Phantasmo and Taiji Ishimori on the first night. That was a really good, really good battle. Or was that night 2? Yeah, that was night 1. That was really good. Rocky Romero and Taguchi against 3K was good. Rocky Romero and Taguchi against Birds of Prey was really good. Coming down the stretch, the last like 2 or 3 nights, Rocky Romero got a lot of good showcase matches, so it was good to see him do his thing. I was really impressed with TJP and Clark Connors, even though they took a lot of losses. TJP looked really impressive throughout the tag league. Hopefully we get to see more of him in New Japan going forward. So there's a lot of good matches to seek out if you do have New Japan World. Just go through and kind of pick and cherry pick some of the matches. Anything with the Birds of Prey, though, is worth a watch. They had great matches in this tournament. And so that leads us right into Power Struggle, where we will have the finals of the Junior Tag League. And we've got also some other great championship matches, as Jay White taking on Goto in our main event. Kenta versus Ishii for the never openweight title. But we start off with Jushin Thunder Liger, Tiger Mask, Taguchi, and Uemura versus Volador Jr., Teton, TJP, and Clark Connors. It breaks down. They pin Uemura after TJP hits a detonation kick. Fine opening match. Uemura definitely going to be a star. Love this kid. Can't wait for him to finish his young boy status and come back and be full on whatever he's going to be, because his future is super, super, super bright.
Very high on him as well. He's really made a really good showing for himself throughout the year. And now with Sho and Narita out on excursion, he is taking advantage of opportunities. I think Tsuji's also too, but Uemura is really, really shining. So I look forward to seeing where he is in a year or two. Well, I look forward to seeing his progression, because he's awesome.
Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo, the junior heavyweight tag team champions, they faced off against Robbie Eagles and Rocky Romero. Phantasmo counters Slice Bread into the Argentine cutter for a 2 count. Robbie flies in to make the save. Robbie follows with kicks on Phantasmo, but Ishimori cuts him off. We get the Bloody Cross and the CR2 to Rocky Romero, And the champions win Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo.
It was a solid match. I mean, I don't really got anything to really negative say about it. I was just kind of like, this is good.
Then things start to heat up because Evil, Sonata, and Shingo, they faced off against Zack Sabre Jr., Minoru Suzuki, and Lance Archer. So in all the Road to shows, they've been having some variation of this match or these matches. And Minoru Suzuki and Shingo has become a thing. And oh man, is it a thing. It breaks down. Shingo pulls Suzuki to the floor as Sonata and Zack Sabre Jr. they trade cradles. And Sonata eventually ends up on top. And Sonata gets the win for LIJ. But Minoru Suzuki and Shingo are literally just savages against each other. I think they have a contest to see who can hit each other the hardest.
Yeah. But yeah, they did a really good job setting up future programs between the various parties in that LIJ Suzuki Gun like trio, and definitely here for like whatever happens next. I laughed like shit when Sonata got a flash pin on Zack again, because it's like he's always catching Zack with a fucking flash pin. But it's also like interesting that that's popping off. So maybe we get Zack versus Sonata at Dome, or maybe even World Tag League Finals. So
yeah, hopefully
cool.
for the British title.
Yeah. Because he's a champion, a Rev Pro champion.
After the match, Lance Archer officially challenges David Finlay to a title match in San Jose. I think that's coming up in like a next weekend. I think it's the 11th or the 10th or something like that. But yeah, they're coming back to America.
The 9th, November 9th.
Oh, it's the same day as the AEW show. Okay.
I believe so.
Yep, so they're all coming back to San Jose on that day. So be very interesting to see how that match plays out. Kota Ibushi and Tanahashi, they faced off against Okada and Yoshihashi. Tanahashi counters the karma into the twist and shout. Yoshihashi cuts off his sling blade with chops. Tanahashi rebounds with his own sling blade. Then he hits the high fly flow, and Kota Ibushi and Tanahashi, they get the win. So Yes.
Can I be 100% truthful with you? I was so fucking scared that Yoshihashi was going to beat Tanahashi. Because they scared the shit out of him. It was like, y'all about to really have Yoshihashi beat Tanahashi? Goddamn. Scared. I was scared. Oh boy. I was like holding my chest like, no, don't beat Tanahashi.
You would have had Russo come over the screen. It's a swerve, bro.
It had me fucking scared, so. But yeah, this was a cool little match. I like Chaos being dickhead heels. And yeah, man, just nice, good setup. And then we got the video at the end. I'm gonna let you go explain that.
After the match, we get a video mocking Tanahashi as we see a guy that's supposed to be Tanahashi playing the guitar with a whole band of Tanahashi lookalikes, and all of a sudden they're just getting dropped one by one. And then it finally gets to the lead singer, and he drops him, and it's Chris Jericho as the Painmaker. He challenges Tanahashi for a bout on January 5th at the Tokyo Dome, promising a classic match as well as Tanahashi's last match. Tanahashi gets on the mic and he accepts the challenge.
Yeah, I was like looking at the video, and this is early in the morning because I was watching it after the live airing, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, Jericho playing this fucking trick again. Then he popped up, and then he had like Painmaker shit, and he like, see you at Wrestle Kingdom, I think on the 5th.
Yep,
like,
the 5th. Yep.
So they saving that for the next day, and it's like, you knew they was gonna have a match with fucking Tanahashi. Come on, dog. Y'all was playing games like, we don't know if they gonna have a match. This is the first time in Tokyo Dome. I don't got no plans. I'm just like, come on, we already know the story. The match y'all going to fucking push. You already set it up at Dominion. Most of us didn't forget that shit. The question is, if Jericho's still AEW champion, does he come out with that title?
If the Young Bucks have anything to do with it, no.
Yeah, probably not. Why you reference the Young Bucks particularly? What they do now?
Oh, they just have come out recently and said there is no chance at a relationship with New Japan.
Oh, okay. Well, then we already kind of knew that, so it's nothing new there.
Yeah.
It's like they're both getting each other's ways for their plans, so it's going to be hard to be able to like make a deal. But they need New Japan more than New Japan needs them in certain situations. They kind of both need to work each other, but it's like they're in each other's way, especially with the announcement of New Japan of America. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of hard. So, like, we can be honest right now, say there's issues with that singles division in AEW, that men's singles division, and they don't necessarily have those consistently banger matches. And to get those particular banger matches, you got to have a relationship with New Japan, but maybe you don't need to because Kenny seemed like he was having a lot of fun at DDT like the other day. So, yeah.
Naito versus Taichi. Naito counters the super kick and follows with the dragon suplex and a Destino for a 2 count. The Northern Lights bomb follows for another 2 count. Taichi counters a Destino, but Naito counters out a Black Mephisto. He hits a Destino, and Naito gets a win over Taichi.
I like the fact that like Taichi wasn't doing no bullshit. He was just fighting that man straight up. Wasn't playing no games. And yeah, he lost, but at least he, like Pop said, fight like a man, son. Just fight like a man. That's all you need.
Dangerous T showed up.
Yeah, he did.
He
lost, but shit. Sometimes you lose, but you still can look really good in a loss and gain respect in it. So, Taichi, you did a good job. Good match.
Now it's time for the finals of the Super Junior Tag Team Tournament as Roppongi 3K. They faced off against Kanemaru and Desperado. Suzuki Gun, Kanemaru, and Desperado, they attacked during 3K's entrance. They kicked the shit out of Show on the ramp, so they've got him isolated, and they're doing the old school thing where, Show is, taking forever to recover, and Yo's just getting his ass beat, and finally, he gets the hot tag to Show, and then, the match picks up from there. So Show counters the Pinchy Loco and follows with strikes. El Desperado rakes the odds, but Show cuts him off with a lariat. The shock arrow is countered, but Yo returns. Roppongi 3K hits the 3K. They get the win, and Show and Yo have won the Super Junior Tag League for the 3rd year in a row.
They had to find a way to get 3K in the mix for the Dome. So I get it, but I definitely wanted Desperado and Kanemaru to win. I knew they wasn't going to win because the fact that they beat him at King of Pro Wrestling, then beat him at the beginning, like the start of Super Juniors. And it's like, I'm not gonna keep beating like 3K. So the writing was on the wall on that one. But it was a cool match, and 3K fought from under and were able to overcome it and pull the match out. So props to them on that front. And I'm not looking for. I mean, yeah, they got their ass kicked after the match, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really looking forward to like that particular match because it's like, I remember that Kazuna Road show where they had the title match and that shit was awful. I like Despy and Conor Morrow kind of clowned that match in one of the early interviews leading up to Super Tag. And I'm like, oh, they thought it sucked too. Good, I wasn't the only one. So yeah, I'm just happy we got Despy back. So got Despy back, and that junior division and tag division is better for it.
During the post-match celebration, Taiji Ishimori and Phantasmo arrive. They lay out 3K with belt shots and low blows. They actually hit, I think that was Yo with the Doomsday Device belt shot. Then they steal the Super Junior Tag League trophies.
Oh, hating ass.
Now for our semi-main event, Kenta versus Ishii for the never openweight title.
Tomo!
Ishii counters to go to sleep, and Kenta then cradles him for a 2 count. Ishii counters back with an enziguri, but Kenta follows with a Basaku knee. Kenta follows with strikes and slaps, then he hits to go to sleep, but doesn't go for the cover. Kenta drops the knee pad, and then he hits a second go to sleep. Ishii is done. Kenta gets the pin, and he retains the never openweight title.
I enjoyed this match. It was like slower and methodical, but I dug it. And I like the fact that Kenta didn't get no help. He did it on his own, so people can't be like, "Oh, he beat Ishii with help. What's all Kenta do now? Why Kenta became such a bitch, man?" Can't say that in this match. He won on his own, and he put the stank on it with that extra GTS with the knee pad down.
Did he look like the Kenta that you remember, even if it was slower?
He's not going to be that Kenta anymore, so I don't even worry about that. He's really good for what he's doing right now. So
yeah, this was a very strong match. This was exactly what you expected it to be. Just two guys going out there beating the shit out of each other.
Yep.
And Ishii continues to be the MVP in New Japan.
Man, he'd be selling his ass off. You see some of the like offense he sold from Kenta. Like, it was one time he was like stumbling like he was a drunk because he got hit so hard or whatever by Kenta. Cool shit.
Next up, Will Ospreay versus Bushi, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. The Stormbreakers counter into the Bushi roll for a 2 count. Bushi hits the MX and covers for a great near fall. Bushi heads back up top, and the Super MX is countered with an Oz Cutter for a 2 count. The Hidden Blade follows, and then the Super Oz Cutter and the Stormbreaker by Ospreay gets the win, as Will Ospreay retains the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title.
This match was set up via like Bushi wasn't even in the Super Tag League, but he wanted a title shot, and he basically interfered in Birds of Prey, one of their matches that would have put him in the finals, I believe. And that's how he forced Ospreay's hand to get the match. And I mean, Bushi, he really was. It was good to see those two wrestle each other. He was really, really ready for the moment, and it was an awesome match. I'm glad that Bushi got that opportunity to wrestle Will this year, like in a big spot, in like a semi-main event spot, and because he's been like Bushi's mother passed away, I believe, recently. So to be able to pull off that type of like that type of effort with like somewhat of a heavy heart, because it's like what I read is like his mother passed away recently, and it was within a year of when his father passed away. So this is kind of a very difficult time for Bushi, and he's just out there, and he just like a lot of people can't like perform under like circumstances like that, and that man just had one of the better matches of the year in the company. So show love to Bushi, man. He the man.
After the match, Will grabs the mic and says, if there is anyone else to challenge him. He runs down everyone he's beat and says there is no one left. He says he will be champion forever. But wait. A Hiromu Takahashi video runs on the big screen, and it says he'll be back in 62 days. That happens to be January 4th. But even better, Hiromu is here.
Yay.
In Osaka. He rips off the neck brace. He charges down to the ring. He runs himself into the barricade. He's all fired up. Will lays down the belt in the ring. Hiromu enters the ring. He thanks the fans for waiting for him and wants to make the junior division more fun. Hiromu says he won't take it easy because no one else can beat Will. He takes some more bumps and he does some neck bridges. Will holds the mic for Hiromu while he's doing the bridge, and he says that Will is the best right now, but he is back and challenges Will for Wrestle Kingdom. He hugs Will, and then he leaves, and Will has accepted the match. So Hiromu versus Will Ospreay, Wrestle Kingdom, January 4th.
That was one of the best moments of the year as far as that company wrestling wise. We've been waiting for him to come back for over a year.
It only
And
rivals Shibata to me.
yeah, of course, about it. I mean, without a doubt. But that was one of the best like moments for me.
Yeah, this was
And it was
awesome.
just great. It was just great to see Hiromu again and doing this crazy shit and wild and laughing at the like protect yourself Twitter, making fun of them.
Especially as a guy who was literally can recall the moment vividly when he gets suplexed, slides across the ring on the top of his head by Dragon Lee. And I looked at that and I went, ooh, it's a miracle if he didn't just break his neck. And he finishes the match, and you don't think anything of it, and then next thing you know, you go on Twitter like 2 hours later, and they're like, yeah, Hiromu fucking finished the match with a broken neck, severely broken neck, and he's going to be out a while, maybe forever. Like, what?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, man.
But the style he wrestles is so wild. But it's his choice. Nobody else. That's his choice. That's what people kind of fail to realize. That's a person's choice to wrestle the way they want to do it. They want to live their life the way they want to do it, and it might not last forever, but that's their choice. So even Naito has said that in his comments. Like, I'd rather have a great, like, excellent, strong 3 year run than like a prolonged 10 year run where I'm just barely hanging on. So whenever my prime is over, it's over. So some people have that attitude, like I'm not trying to be here forever and just hang on. I want to fire on all cylinders as long as I can. And when I can't no more, I'm gone.
He had 2 Darryls, too.
Yeah, that shit was dope. I like how he left them with one with Milano Collection 18 and the other with Kevin Kelly. And Kevin seemed really happy that like be holding one of the Daryl dolls. So I need one of those fucking dolls.
So excited to see Hiromu come back. Him and Ospreay, they're going to tear it up.
They have the potential to have the best match on either card. So
Yeah.
definitely looking forward to that.
Main event time. Jay White versus Goto. Intercontinental Championship match. Goto hits the GTR for a 2 count as Gato pulls out the ref. Shibata, who was at the commentary, attacks Gato and takes him out. Shibata locks on the sleeper, and that's when Kenta arrives. Kenta hits the go to sleep on Goto. Then Kenta attacks Shibata. Jay White hits Goto with the Blade Runner. Jay White gets the win, and he retains his IC championship. This was a weird match just because Red Shoes didn't ref it because he got caught with the Oz Cutter by Will Ospreay and got taken out for the rest of the night. So it was weird watching Marty Asami be like the main referee here.
But it was good for Mario to get that reps because someday he's gonna have to take that spot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good that he got that, even if it was just for that night. So it was good for him, and it was a solid match. It was like I like their G1 match more. I still haven't watched their Wrestle Hakuni match or whatever it was, whatever they had in April. I still haven't watched that. So it was a good match, and I mean, am I always here for all like the bullshit with Jay's matches? But no. Well, I knew some bullshit was going to happen once I saw Shibata was out the ring. So I was like, okay, why would Shibata come out during this match and not the previous match to fuck with Kenta? So I kind of already smelled the bullshit that was coming. So whatever. At least Goto didn't lose clean because you can only beat a person so many times before people be like, you know what? I don't really take you seriously as a threat. Kind of like how some people feel with Dolph.
Right.
It's like we just don't take you seriously anymore, or you lost too many times.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He got physical when Kenta turned and joined the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
He got physical right here with Kenta attacking him, throwing him into the railing, giving him kicks to the rail.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to get a tag team match with Shibata and like Ishii versus Kenta and somebody? Or is it going to be a singles match, Kenta versus Shibata?
If you can't get cleared, it'll probably be a tag match. If you can get cleared, it'll probably be a singles match.
Man, don't get me. Oh, I hope this
Or
goes
or
through.
or or, or option three, it might be Goto versus Kenta.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those
I
are the
didn't think
options,
about
probably.
that third one because they're so close. But
Yeah,
man, I hope Shibata. I hope he got one more in him, man. That's my dude.
yeah. I would like to see him too.
After the match, it's promo time as everybody in Osaka is getting the hell up out of there because Jay White's on the mic. Jay White gloats about his victory. The crowd, of course, they hating. He did what he said he would do, and Goto is done. Career over. He says Goto is an embarrassment, and he is the man that sold out MSG, and he is the last real rock and roller. He said he will soon add the IWGP title to his Intercontinental title, and he's going to face the winner of Okada and Ibushi on January 5th. So Jay White calls them out, but Naito arrives. Naito challenges Jay White to an IC title match on January 4th because holding both title belts was first his idea. That's when Kota Ibushi arrives and says it's been a while since he's seen them, and he has the same idea. That's when Okada finally arrives, and he asks, what the hell is everybody talking about? He says, they all want the double titles, but what the hell is that about? He said he's proud to be the IWGP champion, and his belt is the belt. He proposes a fan vote on the situation, and Jay White says that everyone can fuck off because this is his night, and he wants his confetti right now.
But you know why he said the fan vote, right? To fuck the
Yes,
night.
the vote with Naito. Yes,
He
I
fucked
know.
him, and then he said, "Oh, I remember last time I saw you fuck with him on multiple levels with that shit. Like last time I saw you at the Dome, I beat you. The time before I saw you at the Dome, I beat you. Well, I want to wrestle you again." Low key, that's what he's probably saying.
So really hot end, really good setup going into November and December. I guess we'll get a few multi-man tag team matches with a few of these guys between now and January. But really, December is going to be all about the heavyweight tag league. So, there may be some interactions or maybe an angle or two, but not too much. If you didn't see this event right here or any of the King of Pro Wrestling, you're pretty much out of the loop when it comes to how Wrestle Kingdom got built.
Pretty much, bro. It's like, yeah, like for some of us, after Power Struggle happens, that's the point where we just chill the fuck out into the Dome. Some of us,
I like the tag lead, the heavyweight tag lead, just because of the different tag teams they have to put together. I like to see the combinations.
I'm gonna tag in Terry Boy on that one. You go talk about the tag league. I'm gonna be over here chilling to the Dome.
Yeah, like I said, they've got that Long Beach show coming up, or San Jose show, coming up next week. I haven't even seen a card for that yet, but except for the Lance Archer match that got announced. But they should bring something pretty good over. I'm expecting. They usually have, for the most part.
I kind of hope it would be cool if Roman get like a little warm up match though.
Yeah, if he got something, but I don't know. They may just try to protect him and just let him go hard in that one match,
Yeah. I kind of like Evil sent out a tweet says, "Now that you back, I can get this red out my hair.
Uh,
I can stop dyeing my hair red." So that was really nice of Evil.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can pull up the card here before we go.
I don't know if they put up no card because it's a holiday
they're just
on
putting
Monday.
everybody who's going to be on the card. Yeah. So, Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer, Jay White, Chase Owens, Naito, Evil, Sonata, Okada, Will Ospreay, Jushin Thunder Liger, Kota Ibushi, Juice Robinson are all going to be on this tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So That's going to be 2 dates. They're going to be San Jose on the 9th and then Los Angeles on the 11th.
Yep.
So that should be fun.
They're really going to have a show on a Monday.
Yeah.
They wow.
So, Mr. Anwar Starwin, at this point in time, sir, I'll turn it over to you for your shout-outs and thank yous.
Shout out to everyone that listens, interacts, and enjoys watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. Shout out Man Lizette. Shout out to What Sleep Though. Shout out Jupa Juk. That's the home. And shout out Megan. Because I won't never give her no shout out, so I'll shout out this time.
I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Anwar Starwin for joining me once again on another episode of Cash a Strong Style. Give a shout out to Terry's Boy for always live tweeting, keeping up with the latest happenings through the live tweets. So I definitely appreciate him. Everybody who listens to the WrestleCast interacts, live tweets with us there. Please check out the Dark Match over on the Patreon page, patreon.com/CSPN Media, where you can hear Anwar Starwin give his takes on things outside of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and also hear our AEW Dynamite reviews, and also hear the post and pre-conversations of Cast a Strong Style and the WrestleCast. So please check that out. If you didn't check out the free edition that we put out last week on the WrestleCast feed, then go ahead and get a free sample of what we do on the Patreon page. It's called I Bought a Ticket. We review AEW, and then me and Ms. Dijonay talk about Halloween plans and Halloween's past. So good episode to get your a good sample of what we do over on the Patreon page. And please subscribe and listen if you listened and like what you heard on the free edition of the Dark Match. So for my co-host, Mr. Anwar Starwin, I'm Don Delarente, and this has been Cast of Strong Style.
Cast of Strong Style.